Hello again. It's me, Susie, coming to you from beautiful, hot Southwest Florida. Heat is rising again. April, I remember when I first moved here. It was April, we came and everything was so very hot. I was not used to that heat, but I've gotten used to it now and got air conditioning. Anyway, I'm here again to talk to you about current events and how it's affecting our abilities as light workers to smile and be loving. Those of you who don't know me or are not familiar with me, I started writing what I refer to as Writing with Spirit on January 19th, right before Inauguration Day of this year. And I've continued writing. I've read several passages in my last videos of what I've written, and I will continue reading today. I wrote another passage this morning. So, do I start again? The music just started up in the background. I think we'll just leave it for now. If it starts disturbing us, I'll let it go. We had special elections here in the Sunshine State yesterday. There's supposedly a word I'm not supposed to say on YouTube. That thing we do when we go do our part as citizens and say what we want to see happen and who we want to represent us. So there were special things we do yesterday. And many of us were hopeful that the Sunshine State would turn blue. That didn't happen. After it happened, my first thought was those results came in too quickly again, and I just have my doubts about the validity of what's going on. So I thought I'd start writing about it this morning. But before I tell you what it was I wrote, let's start as usual with my tarot cards and a Wisdom of the Oracle card. How's that? And see where that takes us. I thought that would put us in the mood. Right, I'm sorry, my dog with her chew bone. Coco, what are you doing? Coco's back there chewing, making noises. I'm sorry. I need to stop apologizing. Let's just pull one card from the tarot deck. Today I am using another new call. It's called the Mythic Tarot, which is what Lori suggested we use when we were doing her tarot card class last year, or was it 2 years ago? I don't remember. Time is flying. I can't remember what was, but so the Mythic Tarot, taking a deep breath. Let's see what card comes up to start off this video recording. This one stuck in my hand. Very appropriate. The High Priestess. Secrets. Hidden truths. And I am just going to use the Mythic Tarot book to look it up real quick and see what else we can say about it. Alexa off. There we go. No more music. Sorry, that had to go through the. But we don't need to listen to it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth card. High Priestess portrays a slender. Okay, we don't need to read that. The appearance of the High Priestess in a spread augurs the heightening of the powers of intuition and implies that there will be an encounter of some kind with the hidden inner world. The individual may be drawn inexplicably to the world through an interest in the occult or the esoteric. Way too detailed for me right now. We're going to stick with secrets, hidden truth that we are currently unaware of. But she is also very strong. For a while, I identified with the High Priestess. I don't know why exactly, but it felt strong to me. So, and then we'll do a Wisdom of the Oracle card. One just flipped out right away. The Fates came out, so we'll not waste any time and go directly to the Fates. Number 17. Very fitting to the High Priestess. Fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what these things are. The Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. Very fitting, especially in light of our frustrations every now and then. We do not have control over what's going on right now, but we are learning secrets. They are about to come out, and that is basically what my guides were saying in my writings this morning. So I wrote April 2nd, 2025, that was this morning. Turning the Sunshine State blue, question mark. I guess that was an April Fool's joke. April 1, special things we do. In my state, the anticipated blue winner lost 45% to 54% against the red candidate. Similar ratio in other Florida things we do, in which we all assumed the blue candidate would win. I had my doubts then, I have my doubts now. This state seems, in my opinion, to be the hub for unscrupulous tallying practice. And despite my doubts, my first response when the results came in, unusually early again, was, man, this can't be right. Actually, I wrote something else, but I'm not going to read it. But always go with your first thought. It's usually the right one. It's a reflection of your intuition. This morning, Libby of Meister Tarot also spoke of the mischievousness going on in my home state. I had been searching for my friendly readers to comment last night, but went to sleep frustrated. Turns out, she posted just a few minutes later after I went to sleep. How our vibes do connect. We can see it if we all let go of our frustration. In her video, she says her guides told her 2 weeks. That more or less resonates with my April 9th date of unveiling. Perhaps April 9th is when things really start to unravel. April 15th, which would be 2 weeks from today, when we learn about a whistleblower in my state. This menace of a president hasn't even been in office for 100 days, yet this country has become unrecognizable. Deporting innocent people to El Salvador, grabbing students with valid visas off the streets. We've already had book bannings, still waiting for Kristallnacht. I can't believe we're seeing this again. Susan Lynn says we must stand up to the bully. What? Who will do that? What will we do? The courts have started. And Cory Booker, bless his soul, held a 24-hour filibuster speech on the Senate floor. Protesters are everywhere. But our media is barely talking about it. Thank God we have our Rachel back. My own life is still a mess, but I did get some good news in this morning. And my client has started sending projects again. Small as they may be, it's still something. My spirit guides advise me to stop worrying. Worrying is accomplishing the exact opposite of what I want to see. Let it go, they say. Let it be is playing in my head. I'll need to sing it at karaoke next time. My guides, my angels, all other light guiding entities, use my fingers. My fingers are at your disposal. What would you have me say about all of this? 5 deep breaths, allowing thoughts to come through. And they speak. You're in your element. Keep going. Yes, stop worrying. Everything is developing. In fact, check your email right now. So I did. Wasn't anything there, but there was when I was done. You'll get more good news soon. For now, focus on writing and on your YouTube channel. Guides, please tell me about the shenanigans here in this state. I know this can't be right. And they respond, no, it's not. You're absolutely correct. Someone did that thing they do. It involves the counting machines, setting up a code that counts the ballots based on a predetermined algorithm. I have been watching Election Truth, Nathan from Election Truth, what's his name? Election Truth Alliance. If you haven't seen him, go look at some of his videos. They are very, very interesting. So, obviously I was a little bit in doubt when I was writing this morning. I thought, am I just taking this out of my head? Are these my guides talking to me? So I continued writing. As I write that, I wondered if that was my guides or if that was me. So I stopped to breathe some more. Please use my fingers. I'm listening long enough to let you come through. And they responded, time has sped up. Things are happening that you don't know about. Doors will have to open to let out the dust and bring in the light. There is much that you can't even imagine, but it will all make sense. Timing is hard to predict, but it will be here before you know it. Yes, we know he's not your president, but the man who refers himself as such is hanging on by a very small, thin thread, as in spiderweb thin. The weight of it all will not allow that thread to hold much longer. Your state is in on it. Many are being blackmailed. Politicians are now playing a major role in the administration. Politicians from your state. The mafia is strong here. Things are unraveling. Most people in your state, though, really don't want to have to deal with it. The people here have been burdened with financial stressors. Staying afloat without losing their mind means focusing more on making money and then simply having fun in the sun. There's some merit to that. To sleeping. Too exhausted to be woke. Not to mention the peer pressure. Yet more and more are in fact waking up. As early as today, you should hear about some rumblings within your state. While normally people were disappointed about the elections, they went right back to sleep a few hours later. Or they didn't follow the results at all. Who needs politics? If there's a boat ride I can take in the morning, a beach I can go to, a Mickey Mouse I can visit. It's becoming harder to focus these days. So I began writing again. Spirit guides, aren't these all my thoughts? Can I have something more tangible, please? And they said, Josh Weil has strong backers. They were just waiting for this to happen again before they start a thorough investigation. They know where to look, and they'll have full results in 2 weeks. Patience. It is unfolding now. YouTube, entertainment purposes only. These are my guides speaking through me. And I wrote, "Why do I have a hard time believing this?" And they responded, "Your life circumstances have caused you to doubt. You have taught yourself to be cynical. Let it all go, though. Let it all go. You need to wake up from the nightmare you've created. Remember to trust, believe, and it must be. Breathe deeply. Smile more often. Know that we are here. Know that all is well." And then I asked, after a few minutes of basking in that, Sterling did say that the Orange Menace would travel to Saudi Arabia and not return. Is that what's happening? Yes, they said. And then I asked, and the prisoners in El Salvador, will they make it back? Not all of them. Some will succumb. There will be trials like in 1945. People will be educated and punished. All of this is necessary, they say, to spur the needed changes in your nation, in immigration, voting laws, how you get your news, how your wealth is distributed, and how you deal with the environment. Then I said, "Spirits, I keep losing you." And they responded, "No, you're just finishing up the thoughts we are giving you with your own words. Everything is a matter of practice. Eventually you will get to a point where you don't have to stop and think about what it is we just conveyed to you, just like now. Your fingers will flow more easily. Just keep at it. But for now, all you need to do is spread some love. To yourself first. Smile. There, that's better. Have some breakfast. Make yourself look nice. Then sit down and get some work done. And later you can do another video. We will be there with you. We love you. Feel the light from within. Allow it to illuminate your world and bring the miracles you've been expecting. They are coming." Thank you guys. I love you. So, taking a deep breath always makes me feel good when I know that I'm in conversation with a higher realm, higher knowledge, higher intuition, using what I know and my skills to bring across a message that might help all of us. We are going through some difficult times. You may have felt a shift in the energies yourself. We are now in April. We are now getting rid of all of those retrogrades that we've been through. Don't ask me all of them. I'm not an astrologer. I just listen to them. So from my understanding, we are moving forward, and we should be feeling a jolt in energy and away from despair and more into let's start doing something. So let's start doing something. And we can start with let's reminding ourselves that we are the people. We have the final say in this nation. And we need to use our voices. As I've said before, use your voice. Stand up for what you believe in. Be careful while you're doing that, please. And respond to anybody who might show you some resistance with love, with understanding, and just say, I understand what you're thinking. I do. I just think differently. And don't push the subject. They will eventually, or not, but more likely than not, they will understand and see what's happening as things start to unravel, and we start to learn about what's been going on. It's been difficult, and my prayers go to those poor people who were shipped off illegally to another country for no reason at all, without any due process. It's horrific. I hope it's the only case where this will happen. I hope this doesn't happen all the time. And I hope we get to the bottom of it sooner than later so that we can come to have this practice come to a final full stop. No more, please. Okay, smiling again, letting that go. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope you're enjoying my videos. Make sure you like and subscribe, and please do comment. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Once I see that we have more followers, I might start doing lives and we can just talk and chat. But in the meantime, you can chat in the comment bar, and I'd love to hear from you. So have a good evening. Until next time. Bye.